Yes, it's another video. Hello everybody, welcome to another Vlogtober, and as you can tell by today's video, I am showing you guys my reading list for this fall season at the moment. So there's nothing really much into it, so let's just get started. But before I do get started in today's video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I am doing Vlogtober, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you guys did enjoy today's video, and don't forget to follow all of my social media, which will be down below in the description box. If you guys just want to keep updated on what I'm doing, because I'm always all over the place doing something and all that. So that will be it. So I do not have a lot of books for this fall season. I try to be a little more reasonable than I have been doing for my spring and my summer reading. So for starters, I am going to try to finish The Midnight Sun by Stephen Meyer. I did start this book over the summer, but because with work and everything, I've been just so busy, not going to be able to finish this whole book during the summer, of course. So I decided that I am going to finish this book because I already started during this fall season. If you do not know about Midnight Sun, let me just read the description so you have an idea on what the heck it is. But if you don't know what it is, or what it's about, you're crazy. What part of the world have you been in? It is part of the Twilight Saga. So let me just go in the brief section and just read it for you guys. So it starts off with, I could see how easy it would be to fall into loving Bella. It will be exactly like falling effortlessly. Not letting myself love her with the opposite of falling, it was pulling myself up a cliff, face hand over hand, the task as grueling as if I had no more than miserable strength. When Edward Cullen and Bella Swan met in Twilight, an iconic love story was born. But until now, friends have heard only Bella's side of the story. At last, readers can experience Edward's version in the long-awaited Campion novel Midnight Sun. This unforgettable tale, as told through Edward's eyes, takes on a new and decidedly dark twist. Meeting Bella is both the most unnerving and intriguing event he has experienced in all his years as a vampire. As we learn more fascinating details about Edward's past and the complexity of his inner thoughts, we understand why this is the defining struggle of his life. How can he justify following his heart if it means leading Bella into danger? In Midnight Sun, Stephenie Meyer transports us back to a world that has captivated millions of readers and brings us an epic novel about the profound pleasures and devastating consequences of immortal love. So that is about Midnight Sun. So that is it. And of course on the back you have all the books. So I basically read almost all the books besides the short second life of Britannia. So that's going to be my next project of reading the Twilight Saga when I finish this book. My second book for this fall season is It Never Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. So I feel like with this artist, like book artist, you either love her or you hate her. There's no in between. And I will always see videos from TikTok about her and about her books and everything. So of course I'm starting with It Never Ends With Us because a lot of people on TikTok says you need to start with this book because I feel like that you have a better opinion when you read this book. So if you don't know what, let me just read the back of it. Yeah, it's gonna be the back. Yeah, it's gonna be the back of this book right here. So let me just read it. Sometimes the one who loves you is the only one who hurts you the most. Lily hasn't always had it easy, but that's never stopped her from working hard for the life she wants. She's come a long way from the small town in Maine where she grew up. She graduated from college, moved to Boston, and started her own business. So when she feels a spark with a gorgeous neurosurgeon named Wally Kincaid, I think I'll say that correctly. Everything in Lily's life suddenly seems almost too good to be true. Riley is associative, stubborn, and maybe even a little ignorant. He's also sensitive, brilliant, and has a total soft spot for Lily. But Riley's complete aversion to relationships is disturbing. As questions about her new relationship overwhelm her, so do thoughts of Atlas Corrigan, her first love, and a link to the past she left behind. He was her kindred spirit, her protector. When Atlas suddenly reappears, everything Lily has built with Riley is threatened. With this bold and deeply personal novel, Colleen Hoover delivers a heart-wrenching story that breaks exciting new ground for her as a writer. It ends with us is an unforgettable tale of love that comes at the ultimate price. So that is the book. So that should be interesting. I'll see what confrontational thing it is with this author. So I'll see what happens, because one of my best friends read this book, wants everybody to get into it, but no one's read it. I want to get into it so we can have a conversation about the books, because me and my best friend are book junkies, basically. So she wants me to get into it. I know there was one author she got me into it, which I only read two books from him, and they were pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I believe it was John Green that she told me to get into it. So there's that. So let me see if I like this book, because she's into it. So if she's into it, there's a good chance I'm probably gonna be into it too, because hello, we're like sisters. But yes, that is my second book. Now I move on to my third book, which is kind of like out of the ordinary of me grabbing it, but why not? But I got the Anna Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl, and of course it is the definitive edition, edited by Otto H. Frank and Marion Pressler. So this was edited by her father. So if you don't know Anna Frank, which is outrageous to me because the mind-blowing, basically Anna Frank was a very, very young girl that left during World War II, where she had to hide out from the Nazis, and I think she just got like really, really popular because just the way how she wrote her diaries, and how basically she almost lived through the Holocaust. Like she almost lived out not getting caught with her diaries. If she lasted a couple more days, basically the Americans would have saved her, basically, in a way, because just a few days later and everything, the Nazis got caught by the Americans on what they were doing to the Jews, and everybody else, I'm saying Jews because Anne Frank was Jews, and the majority of that time the Jews were the main target, because there was 10 million people who died and there were only 6 million who were Jews. So that's why Anne Frank was a big deal, I feel like, because she was hidden out because she was Jewish. That and because her wedding. So let me just read the back of it if you are interested in something like this. So, over 17 years since Anna began her diary, 12th of June 1942, I hope I will be able to confide everything to you, as I have never been able to confide in anyone, and I hope you will be a great source of comfort and support. In the summer of 1942, fleeing the horrors of the Nazi occupation, Anne Frank and her family were forced into hiding in the back of an Amsterdam warehouse. Age 13, when she went into the secret annex, Anna kept a diary in which she confided her innermost thoughts and feelings, movingly revealing how the 8 people living under those extraordinary conditions coped with the daily threat of discovery and death, with being cut off from the outside world, petty misunderstandings, and the unbearable strain of living like prisoners. An intimate record of tense and struggle, adolescence and confined, anger and heartbreak. This is the definitive edition of the Diary of Anna Frank. So that is, and to be fair, all of the 8 family there, like of Anna Frank and her family, the critical friends, however, her father, and the person that was having them out were the only people who survived of everything. So the person that helped to hide the Anna Frank and the rest of everybody, when they discovered that she was hiding the Jews, she did not get shot, which is pretty big deal in that time being, because if you were hiding, you were either shot there or you were taken to the concentration camps. And she survived. She did not go to the concentration camps or anything like that, because one of the Nazis recognized her accent. So that's the main reason why she did not go to the camps. Otto Frank, he went to Auschwitz and he survived of everybody, and I knew he was looking for all of his daughters, his wife, and everybody else. He did not find any of them, so that led for us to believe that they did not survive, that they died with everybody else, and just Otto Frank was the only person who survived, which is kind of sad, because you survived the most traumatic thing just to come out, basically get told, yeah, your family didn't survive because we couldn't find them, so there's a good chance they died. And just the life afterwards with the Jews and everything was very, very complicated. So that is something that I love. That is something like that. That type of book is something that I love to get into reading, because it talks about history, something true based, but this seems a very, very easy book to read, and that's something that how I get my knowledge about my history and all that. So that will be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up, because it really helps out my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to see more Flactober videos, or just keep updated on my next adventure is going to be. And just don't forget to follow all of my social media, which will be down below, because that's more of my day-to-day right now, what's happening when a lot of my videos are pre-recorded in a way, if you want to say. So yes, I see you guys in my next video. Bye.